Guys, we've got a fresh leak from Traxxas, and this thing looks absolutely crazy. This is going to be a two-wheel drive sand rail, and this is a big departure from basically everything we've seen from Traxxas before. It appears it's going to be based off the full-size Funco sand rails, and I am really excited to get my hands on one of these and try it out. For now, we don't have a ton of information about it, but we can glean quite a bit from the information we do have. As you can see here, obviously this thing's designed to be a sand rail. It's got big sand paddles in the back and sand tires in the front. Obviously, because it doesn't have paddles in the front, it's going to be a two-wheel drive vehicle. We can also see that there are no front drive shafts, again indicating this is going to be a two-wheel drive vehicle. It's got two big antenna tubes coming out of the top of it, but they probably just represent the flags that would normally come on a full-size vehicle for visibility in sand dunes. We can see at the very least this is going to be coming in blue and green. I'm sure this is going to have a clipless body. The body appears to be clipless, but we can't be sure of that. Looking under the body, it appears as though this is going to have a similar, if not the exact same power system as the XRT. It's going to be 8S, and the cooling fans on the motor look identical to those on the XRT. Looking back from that, you can see there's a fake engine, which is going to be some really cool scale detail, because that's where the actual engine is on the full-size sand rail. We've also got what look like reservoir shocks on the front and rear. I suspect these are going to be fake reservoirs, though. It would be really cool if they were real, but I'll be surprised if they are. I suspect these shocks are going to be based on the X-Max shocks, and those reservoirs are probably just there for appearance. An interesting thing is that the arms appear to be metal. I don't think they're going to be. This is probably just a metallized looking plastic. But if they did decide to make these metal, that would be a really interesting design choice. One thing I noticed is what appear to be cables going to the front wheels, and there's an interesting complex looking system at those front wheels. I'm wondering if this thing has front brakes. Being as large as it is and two-wheel drive, only having braking in the rear could be detrimental to its handling. So having front brakes would be nice, but this would be the first time we've ever seen disc front brakes in a mass-produced car like this. So whether or not we get those remains to be seen. I suspect a lot of the driveline is going to be very similar to the XRT or X-Max. Obviously, we're not going to have a center differential here because on a two-wheel drive vehicle, you don't need a center differential. So we'll probably see a slipper clutch, cush drive combination. Who knows? Maybe we'll see the same thing we saw on the 6S X-Max. Maybe something updated though. It appears that we're going to have room for two batteries, just like we have on the XRT and X-Max, though the battery system looks a little bit different. Those batteries might be going in vertically. It's kind of hard to tell. How much of this is going to be shared with the X platform vehicles, I really can't tell you right now. Though looking at it, it appears as though most of it's going to be unique. It's possible that center chassis part is similar, if not the same, to the XRT, but given how everything attaches, I'm guessing it probably won't be. The radio box does look similar to the XRT, and it's in the same place as the XRT, so again, maybe. Going back to the visual appearance, it looks like there's two driver figures, but room for four. And overall, it's a pretty cool looking vehicle, though again, kind of a strange choice for Traxxas. I'm definitely curious to get my hands on this thing. I've got a ton of sand around me, and so this thing's going to be pretty appropriate for some of the areas in which I bash. For now, though, that's pretty much all we can tell from these pictures. I'm really excited to get my hands on one of these things. As soon as it's actually released, I'll give you all the information on it. If you want to get that information and you want to see me bash this thing and take it apart, make sure you get subscribed and check out one of these videos.